beautiful souls. I want to welcome everybody that is new coming to these videos and to Jennifer Rose. I am finishing my first book. Thank you to those that put out their feedback. Mental Breakdown to Mental Badass. Turn your chaos into calm with these 5 simple habits. Support is here. You are not alone. How I started this journey was through these videos. I started the first video with my story, with my honesty. And what I want to do, for those of you just joining us, I'm glad that you're here. If you're here, that means that I have something that you might want to hear. For those of you that have been coming back week after week, congratulations. We have come so far. What I want to do is just a little bit of a recap. I think for those of you just joining us, it's nice to go over some of the lessons that we got until now. And for those of you that have been here week after week, it's good to go over what you have been through and to reinforce the habits, hopefully, that you've already been starting. So the first video that I did, obviously, was my honest video coming out of my mental health crisis closet, beginning this whole journey, which has been amazing. The next video I want to focus on is the self-accountability. Without having self-accountability, you can't move forward. You have to take 100% responsibility where you're at right now. You can't go any farther than yourself for change. Going to the next, we're going to my why video. It's good to, when you're starting off with self-healing, why are you doing it? Let it be your North Star. And then we get into the 5 habits to make in your life to start your transformation. And number 1 is gratitude. To think of the blessings that you have in your life currently. Because when you look at the blessings that you have in your life, then the ones that are coming, you can see. Then we move on to self-care. Self-care, we bring this little butter back. If you do not have self-care, if you do not make yourself a priority, you can not go down and learn and grow and evolve without self-care. Then we go to grounding. Our number 2 truth we talked about. If you do not live in the now, you can't change what's going on in your life. You have to be right here and present, seeing big picture. Then we go on to support. You are here watching this because this is maybe your first step to supporting yourself is information. Somebody that has been in your shoes. I've had 2 major rock bottoms in my life. I've had nothing but mental health crisis after mental health crisis. I know how it is to rebuild. So support is here. And then we get to number 5. My last habit bringing out to you, I am so excited, is honesty. Just like in my journey, I had to be honest. Not necessarily for any of you that watched it. It was more for me to claim my story. So if you look at honesty, it's like glue, right? If without the glue that holds everything that I just talked about together, how do you have Gorilla Glue? Do you have just your regular glue, or do you have a solid glue? Your solid honesty practice that gets you from point A to point wherever you want it to be is making sure that you are honest with yourself. And I want to do 5 of the things you should know about an honesty habit. Number 1, This is the most important. The person you have to be honest with 100% of the time is you. Number 2, don't give your honesty to somebody that hasn't earned it. Number 3, do not share your honesty with somebody that didn't ask for it. Number 4, only with honesty can you change your life. And number 5, trust and honesty go hand in hand. How much you have in one is how much you have in the other. So where do we start? Where do we begin to find how honest we are with ourselves? So just like in the gratitude video, we are keeping it 3 levels of honesty: simple, observational, and transformational. But before we go through that, I want to do a little exercise with you. So sit back in your seat. I want you to take a breath. Just our little grounding right now, our active grounding. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. One more time in. And one more time out. Now feeling a little more present, grounded. I'm going to bring an image into your mind. And remember what we've learned, that a thought without a feeling is just a thought. So we're going to put those 2 together. I want you to think of something that's confined. Maybe it's in jail or in a cage. Something you love that's in a cage. Now I want you to bring the thought there, and then I want you to feel what the feeling's at it. I want to visually think about someone, something is in a cage, and you can't help them. They are confined. And I just wanted to sit with that for just a second. Now keep that in mind. Now I want you to think of something free. Maybe that thing that you just thought that was confined. Now I want you to think of it as free. It's out of the cage. It's unleashed. Maybe you saw the video of the hawk that I had flying. Maybe you visualize a hawk just flying up there and it's free. Now, how do you feel? How do you feel when you're free? What are you seeing in your mind when you think of free? And sit with that for a couple of seconds. Now I want you to go to confined and free. When you have an honesty practice within yourself, remember 100% honesty is right here. You are no longer confined. You are free. You are free to live the life that you want, your way, your rules. No need for approval. So how do we start? Let's start simple. Let's go to the movies. We've all been to the movies, so this is a great example of how to start an honesty practice. So we drive to the movies, we walk in the door, we pay for our tickets, we go to the counter on the way too expensive items, but we buy them because we're doing our movie experience. I know I've spent at least $80 at the concession stand, but we go up there and we order. This is simple honesty. I feel like popcorn and some Milk Duds. Nobody's hurt, nothing. It's just simple. I like something, I don't like something. I want to do something, I don't want to do something. That is simple honesty. No holds barred, black and white. I like it, I don't like it. So now we got our popcorn, we got our Milk Duds, and now we're going to the movies. And we're going to the number 1 station, because who's number 1 in all of this? It's you. So we go into the movie theater, we sit down, and this is a very special movie because this is the movie of your life. This is observational honesty. This is where you sit down and you just observe your life as it is. How am I with other people? How are they with me? How do I handle situations? How do I handle experiences? How do I handle stress, triggers? Whatever it is, it's observational honesty. And I can tell you from this experience, it was probably the hardest for me to see my life as it is. Times that I didn't have gratitude. I didn't see the blessings that I had right in front of me because I was so stressed, so distracted by life that I didn't see this. I also did not see how I was not taking care of myself and ended up in a mental hospital. I didn't trust support. I didn't realize I didn't do that. Observational honesty. So now you're sitting in there and you're just observing your life. At this point, you're not trying to change anything. You're just observing. Because if we try to change exactly what we're observing at the exact same time, we're not processing our life. And that is what's super important in observational honesty. And that's why grounding is important. Without grounding, you cannot do this exercise. You cannot observe unless you are present. It is vital. So now you've observed. Now you walk out of the theater. You get into your car. And I'm sure this has taken a hit on you, observing your life. You go home. You get in bed. You put your head on the pillow. And you go to sleep. And you dream. You dream of the character that you want to see. That person, that main character, everything that you want is right there in that dream. And you wake up, and this is where transformational honesty comes in. You make the changes that you saw when you did your simple honesty, what you saw when you were doing your observational honesty, and you make changes. And here's the thing about transformational honesty. People, situations, they might fall away from your movie. And here's the thing, everything that is in your life when you transform is supposed to be there. And everything that is not in your life is not supposed to be there. We keep fighting for what we think should be instead of living for what is and counting the blessings of everything you have. And that is transformational honesty. We believe that positive thinking, if I just think positive, if I just have a good attitude, my life will change. And it doesn't. If I just make others happy, if I go through life and I'm doing a billion things for them, they will see me, they will hear me, they will validate me, they will help me. No. None of that will occur unless you make it occur. We are the only ones in charge of ourself, our now, our future. That is what honesty can do in your life. So the homework this week is I want you to do just simple honesty throughout the whole week. I really don't like running, so I'm not going to run. I love yogurt and berries. Simple. Nothing too drastic. Just finding out where honesty lies in your life right now. What do you like? What do you don't like? What do you like to do? What do you not like to do? So that is your homework for this week. I did want to let you know that I am putting my book together starting after this video gets done. I have all the compilation of my book to put it together, so I will let you know when this sucker gets out. I also have a couple announcements. The videos will still keep coming. If you've enjoyed these, if they've helped you, let me know. I love your feedback. Everybody that has brought me feedback, I truly do appreciate it. So a series is coming up. I'm going to make an announcement next week. Also, I'm going to be starting my You community. For those of you that have been helped throughout this process, but are looking for a little bit more, that's where the You community will come in. My philosophy with the You community is changing one you at a time will change the world. So look for that announcement about the You community. Also, my website is going to be coming up. The services aren't going to be offered right away, but it's a great way to get some feedback on there. What services are you interested in? So look forward to the website is coming. Again, if you guys have any questions or anything, all of my information is on my channel, on my page. Check them out. I also will be putting out just the short video about the 5 truths of honesty. So if you guys want that little bit of a reinforcement, it will be there probably on Monday. If you, all of you, from my heart to yours, thank you for taking this journey. For those of you just joining me, thank you for being here. For those that have been here every week, thank you. I have been through it, and with support, I have taken everything that I've learned, that I've been through, and put it into simple phases. This is the first phase. These 5 habits changed my life from having a total, complete breakdown, a loss in reality, to putting together a book, to putting together these videos. This information that I'm giving to you works if you do the work. It is possible. I love you, my beautiful souls. I will see you next week for my announcements. Have a great weekend. Bye.